Hi guys, Tylah here, and today I am doing, as you probably see from the title, I am doing a story time. Okay, for just explanation for story time. On story time, I will show you one of my favorite, my embarrassing stories, my funniest stories, one of my happiest stories. Like this is all true, and it's gonna be my happiest. Okay. I'm probably going to do 2 stories a video. Yeah, okay. Leave a comment, a like, and comment if you would love more from me, and subscribe for more videos like this and more animations. Okay, so let's get right to the point. Okay, okay, okay. This one's sort of a magical story to me because it I didn't actually because it only happened once. Okay. I was at my awesome uncle's house. Okay. I was very and he had a jet ski. It was my first time on a jet ski. I was terrified. Terrified. I remember once that while he was setting up the jet ski, there was a dead fish right next to me. And I kept staring at it, and I slowly backed away from it. But when we got on the jet ski, I hang on so tight, I felt like I was gonna die. And okay, when we went to this island, right? We drew some pictures. We drew some pictures. We skipped some stones. We had some Berkey beef jerky, and it was pretty good. And we went on. It was a pretty rough day, and we went on the jet ski again. Woo! But on our way back, things got a little rough, and we sort of jumped in the air, and I remember water coming over our heads, like these big waves, like when the surfer, and the big wave goes over him. That's what it felt like to me. But we were going straight forward instead of going to the side. We were going straight forward, and a wave came up and went over our heads. It was pretty magical to me because I actually saw a rainbow from the sunlight reflecting on the water. That was pretty magical. And when we got back, I was like, I survived. Tylah, the Bat Fox survived another day. Woo! Okay, next, when we went on the jet ski again, we were searching for, was it sea dugongs? Yeah, it was dugongs. He saw one. I was like, where? And then I noticed we stopped moving. Then I clung onto him and told him to keep moving, because I have this fear of sharks and water. I hate the ocean water. Pool water's fine with me, but ocean water, no. Pond water is fine with me, but ocean water, no. I hate the ocean. Wait, I love the beauty of it and that, but the sharks, it hurts. It's so scary to think of it, like one of them's gonna jump out and grab you and pull you to the ground, well, to the bottom of the sea, and rip you to shreds. Yeah, that's why I told him to keep moving. We went closer to shore, and there were stingrays. I remember we went stingray seeing, and it was amazing. I could literally see the bottom of the water, and I was so amazed. And okay, that was one of the magical days of my life. What else? Oh, awkward! Yeah, awkward! Yeah! I hate staying school kids because this is what happened. Okay. At school, we had a new timeline. First, we had an eating break. Then, second, we had like a little eating break. Then, a 20-minute play break. Then, we had a 2-hour play break. Okay. It was the end of eating break, and I was the only one in the thing eating my lunch. I was like, wait, what happened? And the thing is, some of my friends came out and they started to explain why no one's out there because eating break finished and I went to go to the toilet. But instead of going to the right toilet, yep, I went to the boys' toilet. Oh my god. Hold on. What? Okay, so I just need to adjust the light. I went to the boys' toilet. Okay. In the boys' toilet, there's these urinals, and someone's taking a piss. I was like, oh god, no. But the thing is, a teacher was coming in. I ran to the store and locked myself in there. I was probably in there for an hour. I kept myself on the other side of the store. And it was so embarrassing. And like, I heard boys talking, and I heard them talking about girls. I'm like, oh my god. Do they not know that I'm in it? Oh wait, they do. They don't. I'm in the boys' toilet, hiding for my life. As I was hiding, they all went out. I was like, they're gone. I opened the door a little bit and saw a boy. We made eye contact. I, like, you know, there was a little store and I poked my, like, half my face out and the boy saw me. I went back to the store and shut the door. It was like, hey dude, you okay? Are you a girl? Is there a girl in our store? Like, I did my best boy impression. No. I'm new to this. I'm just a little. I forgot something in here, so go along now. He didn't really believe me because it was horrible, but he went. I ran out. I got detention because I wasn't where I was supposed to be, but they let it aside because they did tell me about the new timeline. Yep. Do we have a? Yeah, we have a couple more minutes for another one. Okay. Alright, this one is about Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright, so in this game called Five Nights at Freddy's, no, not the actual game, there's this little game that me and my friends played. We each had a role. I was marionette because my favorite character back then was a marionette. I loved the marionette. I loved the design and everything. So I would always volunteer to be the marionette. And who else was the marionette? I would bribe them to get out of being the marionette. If they still wouldn't do that, I would use force. Anyway, my friend Oscar was always Balloon Boy because that was his favorite character. And they had to we had to, you know, this handball course. There was a bin, and that was my music box. I went in, and they always had to tap the box 3 times every 30 seconds. And they had to keep everyone at bay. If they forgot something, like if they forgot to check the vent, or they forgot to check Pirate's Cove, or the music box, they die. And you have to play for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes and you win the game. And it's stressful because you have to remember 3 things, but you have to do it for 5 minutes. Once there was 2 security guards, and now it's a marionette again. And they forgot to wind my music box up. I was like, it's my time. I went out and they kept talking, and I remember running at them at full speed and jumping on them. Like, I literally jumped on them. I grabbed them by the waist and pulled them down. And we all ended up bashing our heads together on the ground. And there was a little blood involved, but yeah, I won. Yay! But I did get in trouble for violence, but it wasn't my fault. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Remember, stay cool.